Holy shit! You okay?
I thought we were going over.
No, we're not taking any water. I was just going sideways so we cut the wave.
Yeah.
Oh well, you're sweet, mate. You'll be hold the other side.
Should be right.
Yep, give it some pressure. Here we go. Sweet as, bro. So this here is the seat that got broken last time we went out fishing. And Jodi said, "Do you want to go for a fish?" And I said, "Yep." We've got to fix this mess up first. Look at this boat. Jeez, we're messy bastards. Did we clean it last time we were finished fishing? No.
Has it ever been cleaned?
Yeah, it's been cleaned, yeah. Mike from Wicker Digital Media cleaned it for me last time we went fishing. About a year ago. So this piece of wood's going across the boat and it's V'd on each side. So we've got a very fine cut. For that we need a precision saw to cut it. Oh mate, look at that. Jeez, look at that, eh?
Perfect.
Perfect, eh? Shit, we're a good team. And that's going to sit down on that. Too easy. While Jodi's fixing up that boat, I've got some lunch cooking. Bacon. We love bacon. Look at this. This is nitrate-free bacon. Got a washer on top and bottom?
Yeah.
Cool. Sweet as, bro. Oh, stuff that one up a bit. No, she'll be right. So that's Jodi's dinner there. That's mine. That's my salad. I like a big bowl of salad. I've been telling this guy here about how much greens he needs to eat to get his potassium for his daily requirements, and he's just recently done, was it a two-day mountain bike ride?
2 days racing,
2 days
of practice.
So 4 days of pretty full on, and he hit the wall pretty much, and I said that's because you're eating rubbish, which he is, and he admits that, although he said it's getting better since I've been talking to him. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, you can tell his skin's a bit cracked. That is because he's a teenager and his hormones are going. It's also because he eats a lot of shit. So today, old Clay's giving him some real good rabbit tucker. And that's what you actually need for your potassium requirements in a day for a man. You need around about, well, I eat a whole salad bowl. Well, that's a half a salad bowl. But I only have 1 meal a day. Today I'm having 2 meals a day, so I'll have another one tonight. Right now we've got king tides, and that means that the low tides are extra low. It's 0.4 today, so Jodi's able to go down there and get a few mussels. He's probably going to use those mussels for burley because we're not supposed to eat the mussels around here. I eat them, there's nothing wrong with them. I've been told from time to time not to. Not quite sure why. I've set up a set line, got a few hooks baited up already good to go. Jodi gave these hooks a touch up with the sandpaper. We've got a rig for catching kahawai if we come across anything out there. Something can get onto kahawai, even maybe kingfish. And on my own rod, and I'm using this one here, it's my lucky rod because it catches a few fish. I think it's actually a size 8, that hook, and little flasher unit. They actually better with the pink out here I've found, but that's all I've got right now, so that'll have to do. And the boat itself is good to go. Got a full tank of gas, which will last us quite a while. And we just repaired the seat. Jodi's got his seat sorted. Got a GoPro on him if we catch anything, landing net. And we're going to write my name on that and make that our buoy for our set line we're going to put out. So the tide is just absolutely rock bottom. Now most boats won't get out in the Marpo channel. Most boats won't get out here now because it's just so bloody low. Their motors will, well, they'll hit the bottom, and so will the bottom of the boat. But this being a flat bottom punt, actually gets out, run the motor on half draft. We use the oars and we can actually get across the bar. Done it plenty of times. That's the beauty, and that's the reason I built this with a flat bottom. I built it for this area, and it's served me so well. All these wading birds are enjoying the really low tide. They're getting a feed. Score! Check it out.
Good brand.
I don't know what that is. It's Swiss knife. It's been here for a long time. Good score on the low tide. That'll clean up all right, eh?
Hydro service.
I've never seen that. Have to ask Ezra Hansen if it's a good knife, because he's a pocket knife specialist, you know. It's been here a while, eh? Yeah, it's a good score.
It is.
Did you just see it down there, did you?
Yeah.
What happened? Just looked?
Just looked. Yeah.
That's the beauty in this low tide.
Didn't even have to go for a swim.
Oh yeah, I think that's mine, that shot. I lost it when I was getting off my boat out there.
Still bolts.
Yeah, score, bro.
Couldn't have been there too long.
You'd be surprised it's stainless, they last a long time. These little shags are fishing for something along there. I don't know what it is they're fishing for, but there's something there, eh? What are you doing, Pace? Is he on top of you? Bloody hell, what are you doing, Pace? Oh, mate. Holy shit. The ramp's come down off the floozy, it's broken. Whether somebody's rammed it or what, I don't know. Jeez. That is no good, man. That is no good at all. And nobody told me about it. Holy shit. The wires are broken. She's gone right down. Oh shit, that is not good. That's an emergency, man. They are broken right off. Holy shit. I'm gonna have to board her, mate. I don't know how that's happened. The wires have come right off. Oh shit, it's right underneath it. Well, I've been up all night. Time is 8:30. I was back down here this morning just after 5 o'clock with Jodi. We had an emergency yesterday. The houseboat, the ramp at the front that you go up, that leads you into the front door of it, the two ropes that go on the winch that wind it up and down had snapped, and it was hanging right down vertical, and it was threatening to pull the whole mooring off, and we had a storm blowing out at sea. Well, not a storm, but enough wind to sink the boat. So it was a sleepless night. Taking a chainsaw with the help of my mate Gordon and also Jodi, and I've chopped the ramp in half. I took her up on the beach to do it. She's back on a mooring now. You can see there. We're just going back out to it. There she goes there. Just going to grab a fishing rod because I've got to feed her mussels at low tide. I don't know if you can see down there, there's some mussels in the front of the boat. We had a king tide, which was very big tide, made it also very low, so I was able to go out and get some mussels and harvest somewhere normally you couldn't. I'm just doing a few circles around the boat to see everything's tickety-boo. She looks good at last. I finally got it secure again. I've shortened the ramp. Bloody chainsaws, man, they're a lifesaver. I'm just going to go on board now and grab a fishing rod because there's a few birds working over there. We come out here to go for a fish. We're going to go fishing and we noticed the ramp was down, so that stuff that. So anyway, I'm going to pull up alongside now and grab that rod. There's a rod on board here. Go for a fish, so we'll report back soon. Hopefully got the fish. I'm going to just steam up the front of the boat here and show you what we did, explain. And it was a really clever idea, and it wasn't my idea. Gordon suggested it. I was going to take the whole ramp off, but you actually need the ramp. So the ramp's been causing some trouble getting caught up for some reason. We don't really know why. But as you can see now, it's much shorter. Just a wee short ramp, and that's all we need to go up and down. I'm going to tidy it up a bit. For now, she's secure. Anyway, behind me there's some birds working the water. I've given all my fish away, mostly to Awi. She's run out again, so I was going to go fishing yesterday to get some more fish for dinner, but we saw that ramp was hanging right down, and no fishing was done. But up here I can see birds diving. I haven't got a GoPro, I've only got my handheld phone, so I can't film it for you, but we will catch fish up here. Man, what a lot of stress, eh? All night I was really worried about losing the boat. It means so much to me, this houseboat. It's a legacy of my father, and it's built incredibly well, and I've just got too far behind with everything since I was in the hospital, and the last 6 months have been a challenge just to keep life going. But life is actually really good now. I'm starting to get on top of things, but there's jobs on that I just can't get on top of, so I'm going to have to employ somebody and bite the bullet and pay some money, because I just can't do it all myself. And in the big picture, it's nothing, you know, but I don't want to lose that boat. It's important for me. On the current here, need a landing net really. Yes, Jodi, nice bloody fat kahawai. Check out that bloody fatty, just come off now, inside the boat. Woo! Day where things have gone wrong, finally something went right. See his part there, that's the blood coming out there, see that? So what I do is I actually break the neck right back, like this. Breaks the neck, and you can actually take the guts out through here without using your knife. That goes there, you see. Take those gills right out, we don't need them. Yeah. Nice and clean. Take his heart out, get all the blood out that I need to get out. A really nice fish. I don't know if you can see the size of it there, but it's a good net. Right, I better go in. This is my bounty this morning. Last night we harvested these because the king tide was so low we could actually go out, just out here and get them. And a nice fat kahawai, very good one. I'm just with Bill here. I'm not going to film Bill because he wants to remain private, fair enough, but he's just telling the most funny story. They were working in Russia and they were in transit going through Japan, and they wanted to go out and get some to eat, so they went to this place, and they went in the wrong place, went downstairs. What was the name of the area? Ginza. And they went downstairs to get a steak, and the bill for 4 men after they had their dinner was $8,000 because they went and feasted on Kobe steak, which would have been bloody delicious. Expecting, you know, like, get the bill maybe $100, $8,000. So when you're in Japan, be careful. Can you pay that much for meat there?
Yeah.
Jeez, crazy. Anyway, I thought I'd just share that with you. I thought it was funny. We're home, Pace. You can wake up, mate. Come on, boy. Back at the old farmhouse. Come on, Pace. He's had a big night. I've had a big night. Still on my waders. G'day, Bruno. And I'm hungry. I've been going full on with saving that boat from bloody sinking. Come on, boat. Let's go. She is pregnant. Look how fat she is. Man, you got fatter since I saw you. She's blown up like a balloon. G'day, mate. There you go. G'day. How you doing, eh? Did you miss me? I got up this morning at 4:30 and I gave the dogs a run in the dark because I knew I'd be working on the boat again this morning, and giving them one now. So, going to run the dogs, give them a feed, go inside, cook up some mussels, eat, and think about my next move, because I really want to get that houseboat secure. I've got a lot of jobs to do, but I got help from a real good bastard, Gordon Anderson, and he said to me he's going to help me in the future if I need help. So that's what we'll do. I'll never look a gift horse in the mouth. If someone says they're going to help you out, say yes please, thank you. So he can help me with that because he's a clever bastard. and he's just a nice bloke, so looking forward to getting that thing up and running. You leave it. Don't touch Pink. Don't touch. No. I'm telling her off because these sheep were running over here. I'll zoom in. And she's looking at them. And we want to keep her stock proof against sheep. They're running back and forth, which is good stock proofing because while I'm here, I can correct her on it. Very interested in the sheep, which is not good. Just sneak on down there and try and get closer, are you, mate? Don't think so. Come on. Good girl. Lovely wee dog. Someone asked me in one of my snap vlogs, where's Bruno these days? Well, he's still here, but he's getting really old. And this is typical of Bruno. We've gone for a walk, and as you can see, he's nowhere around us. He's decided to stay up at the house. He knows we're going for a walk, but he's so tired. Someone also asked me how those ducklings get on the pond. Well, I'll turn around and show you right now. That's all we've got left. Mum's managed to save one. How long it lasts for, anybody can guess. It was out of 12. Pukekos, hawks and eels are the enemies of ducklings here. Over here, I don't know if you can see it, I'm going to pan right in. We've got some new ducklings. And their numbers are already down. These are paradise ducks. I don't know if you can see that far away. You may not. Probably not. Probably too far away. Or maybe you can, but I can't see them on the viewfinder on the phone. But they got some ducklings right now. I think a Pukiko's coming out. They are good at looking after their ducklings, a lot better than the mallards. I'm just looking of seeing if they're there. Yeah, they're on the bank there. So you should be able to see those. So, got baby paradise ducks. There was 9, I think there's now 5 or 6. So they've also been hammered by something, and they do all the time. Such a shame, you know. None of the fledglings on here ever last because of the other animals that predate on them. And you can say, well, that's nature, but it's just out of balance because we get no fledglings survive. Bugger if I know. I should probably come down with a 22 and smack over some Pukekos. Give the ducklings a chance. Come on, Poe. Yeah, come on, Poe. Look how fat Poe is. Poe, you're fat. You're fat, Poe. She's pregnant. Poe, come. Oh, they think there's a rat down there because that's how I speak when there's a rat. Oh, Bruno's come down now. Bruno, come. Poe, come. Where'd you come from, Bruno? You're back down here, mate. You good boy, eh? Good dog. So, gonna feed dogs now. Possum. It's good tucker. I have a rule with feeding animals, well, feeding dogs, not animals, feeding dogs, because being canine pack creatures, it's important that you get your feeding in the right order. So I've come home, I'm bloody hungry, I really want to eat, but these guys haven't been fed since last night, so I'm feeding them first. When don't I feed them first? I don't feed them first if they know that they're eating and I'm eating after them. Does that make sense? So if I sat out here and gave them the possum and then they ate it all and then I ate afterwards and they saw me doing that, in their mind that would say they're the bosses because alphas always eat first. In this case here, I'm going to feed them the possum, feed them all that possum, and then I'm going to go inside the house and I'm going to then have my meal, my mussels, but they're not going to see me eat that. So in that case there, it's right to feed my dogs first. If I was out camping in the scrub in the bush or in a hut somewhere and I've got the dogs, then I would sit in front of them and eat a meal first and make them dribble and watch me eat, and then I would feed them. It's all to do with the psyche. It's got nothing to do with being a good master or a bad master. I'm always going to feed my dogs and look after them, but in their mind I walk through the door first, they walk behind me. I'm always leading. I'm always staying in control, letting them know who's boss, because they are a pack creature and they need to know that you are the one that's the commander-in-chief of the pack. And if you don't have that with your dogs, things can go bloody wrong, particularly pack animals. When they all pack together, shit can hit the fan. And I've had it happen, and most of you guys that run packs of pig dogs have had one incident at one time where you've seen them either pack on another dog or something that's got out of control. Most of the time you will have at some stage witnessed that. So this is one way to keep on top of them. Lovely, lovely animals, but they are just dogs after all, and they have the mind of a wolf. Don't look like it. When it comes down to it, they sure do, don't you, Poe? So we're going to chop this up and feed them. This juvenile is for Bruno. It's his whole meal. Don't touch Bruno. I'm just taking these off because those claws are sharp and they can choke him. What's that, boy? Bruno, sit. That's not sitting, mate. You're half sitting. Bruno, sit. Oh man, I'm really concerned about his actual... I think he's got arthritis because he's struggling there to sit. It'll be the last time I ever make him sit. I can see he's struggling. Again, he's having to wait for my command to eat. Good boy. Eat up. Away you go. Away you go. Good dog. And we'll let him go back to his cave for that. In your box. Bruno, in your box. Good boy. That will be his dinner and it will go very quickly. It'll be crunch, crunch, crunch. That's the skull getting crunched up, I believe, right now. Just like a wolf in his cage. Getting all the calcium of those bones, all the connective tissue. That's a whole possum, so he's going to get the whole lot. The only thing that's not on it is the claws, the tail, and the fur. So you get all the goodness of that. It's a premium dog food. Hey Ducky, you after some possum, are you? Ain't going to happen. This is a quite a large male. Gonna whack those off. And I'm gonna probably take the head off and split it because it's got a lot of good stuff in it. It's got that brain material, and brain has got a lot of omega-3, which is the good stuff. Poe probably could split that head herself, but I'm going to help her. I'll show you a side elevation of a head. There we go. Perfect side elevation. You can see the brain in there. And she can actually handle the teeth, believe it or not. Some people say they can't, but she's been eating them forever, so that's a real delicacy for her. She's in pup, so I want to give her the best tucker that she can have. And this will be it. There you go, Poe. Get your laughing gear around that. Split possum head. Oh, Pace is still in there. Better take him out, otherwise we won't have a fight. Pace, come. Out there, boy. Yep. There, Poe. You can eat that in privacy now. Yeah, mate. You can eat in privacy. Take it in your cave. Good girl. Good girl. She'll start crunching that up. What I also want to give Poe is the gut and the internal organs like the heart, liver, kidneys, spleen, all that stuff. So I'm going to take legs off for the pups, for Pace and Pink and Bee, and I'm going to give Poe this inside section because that's got real good stuff that she needs. No, leave there, mate. It's claws. She's going to get the good stuff for growing the pup she's got in her belly right now. In her womb, not her belly. You're a good boy, Pace. You stay there. Don't touch that. So there we have it. And in the time that I've cut that up, which was probably about 30 seconds, I think Poe, I know, she's still chewing on them. Tail going. Here you go, mate. She'll make short work of that, believe me. Good girl. She knows she eats it. Not for you, pal. This is for Pace. I just spat on it then. You're probably going, that's bloody disgusting. There's a psyche behind that too. Pace, come. You'll smell it. It's got the master on it. He'll take it. There you go. He's not actually a big eater, Pace. And if he tastes or smells my saliva, it goes back to mother chewing stuff up, regurgitating. You might think it's a airy-fairy sort of concept, but when Pace doesn't eat food, which quite often he doesn't, I find that if I spit on it, he will tear into it. And you can see he's starting right where I spat on it too, licking that off, and now he's claiming it as his own. Good boy, Pace. You really don't want a whole piece of possum, mate. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't want it. Come on, move along. Move along. Move along, Ducky. Come on, Ducky, move along. There you go. Move along, Ducky. Move along. Not too close to Pace chewing on his bit of possum there. these 3 limbs are going to Pink and B. Poe, you go and eat what's in your cage, mate. I know you've got more in there. Stop looking at that. No, you can lick your lips as much as you want. Go and eat your guts. Go on. Hey, Pink. Now, believe it or not, out of these 2 dogs here, which one do you think's the boss? Do you think it's Pink or do you think it's B? B's on the right, Pink's on your left, and her tail's going 100 mile an hour. Well, I'll put the food down and see if you can tell which one is. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Good dog. Eat up. Who do you think's the alpha out of these 2? Who's the boss? I bet you're all saying B, eh? What's going to happen here? B's going to take him into his box, away from her. Actually, the behaviour is not the norm. Normally she would go in there and take that off him, and she probably will after some time. She'll chew that for a bit. But she's actually the boss of these 2, even though she's a smaller dog. Often she'll just go and take B's tucker. He's going to come out and get the second one. And she's going to go in there with hers, and I guarantee you, now he's got 2 in there, there's a growling going on. She's saying, don't come in here, mate. So he's already lost his first one. He's trying to get 2 because he's a greedy bastard, but he does need more. He's a bigger dog. But he's not going to get that second one, I doubt it. Anyway, time to feed me. I've given Aoi the lion's share of the mussels, and the kahawai is for dinner tomorrow. I like to sit them for one day. Just helps say everything settle and the oils come out more, but mussels it is, and that's my lunch. And that there's off the houseboat. That's the bit of ramp that was stuck down. The old chainsaw dealt to it. And it's quite good because now we've got a shorter ramp, which is actually more functional for me and doesn't get tangled up in the buoy so much, hopefully. Welcome to my messy little budget kitchen here at the old farmhouse. So you can probably see I've got that kahawai hanging up and just draining it. I've given these mussels a bit of a clean. So there's a lot of ways you can make mussels and cook them, and there's, in New Zealand we love mussels because we've got them here, you know, and anybody can go out and gather them at low tide. And those spring tides, or those really big ones, is really great. So I've given these a clean. Some people like to purge their mussels. I've heard of, I've actually done it, didn't make much difference I didn't think, but a bit of water, salt water, some even use fresh. I can't understand that, but they do, with oats over the top. And I tried it and didn't make much difference. I'm that bloody hungry right now. We got these last night, so these are just going to go straight into here. And come over here, smack them on the heat, and I'm going to put about that much water in. Okay, and basically cook the poor bastards alive. Isn't that terrible? Happens all the time in the industry. No one ever thinks about mussels' feelings. Do they feel anything when they're being cooked alive? You see cooking shows and they go, now we're going to pop them in the pot. They don't actually talk about the fact that they're murdering the bastards. But you are. They are getting cooked alive. Slowly the water's getting heated up. The mussel thinks, geez, I'm having a nice bath. That's nice. Can you scrub my back there, Harold? And Jeffrey's saying, can you get me just behind the ears there? And they're having a wee talk to each other as it gets warmer. And then Simon says, can you turn the heat down? It's getting a bit too bloody hot. Next minute, holy fuck, I'm cooking in here, man. And then they start to die. I probably shouldn't have said all that, but I did. The random thoughts that come into my head. Anyway, we're going to give those 5 minutes in there. And when we've done that, they'll just open up. I'm starting to salivate because I'm so bloody hungry. I'm salivating while I'm thinking about it. And then I'm going to do them in coconut cream, lemon, and a few other bits and pieces. I'll show you that. We'll kick into that, but now while they're doing that, we'll get the saute going. These have been going for about 3 minutes, and just going to turn them over a bit. What's the story starting to open? Not all of them. Ones that don't open, we don't eat, because they're a bit suspicious. Come back after 1 minute. This big fella's open. They're all pretty much open. That's good enough for me. They're done. Right, turn that off. And just let it sit for another couple of minutes. Just had a couple more minutes, and I'm going to put them in a bowl. And just sit them there for a while. Nice, very nice. Okay, we had a couple that didn't open on there. They're probably dodgy as. Don't risk that, don't eat them. Pan is heated, and we're going to smash some olive oil on there. And we're going to heat that olive oil. And once it starts to come up to temp, I'm going to smash some butter on top of it. Pan is just starting to smoke now, so I'm going to smack that in, away from myself. There it goes. So each mussel's got a kind of a little beard, I suppose you could call it, inside. I don't know if you can see that there. Have a good look. It's kind of a little hairy bit. What I do is I just take this out, Some people actually do it before they cook it. I've seen that done, but I don't. And try to keep the rest intact. There it goes. Oh, pulled more than I want to, but just that bit there. You can have a chew on that if you want, but I just don't like that hairy bit. And that bit there goes in my bowl. So I'm making each mussel a half mussel like that. Right, I'm going to put some onion in the pan. And what we're going to do is we're going to saute that, heating up nicely with that olive oil and that butter. Going to break it down, keep moving it all the time. Now I've also cut up some fresh capsicum, or if you're in America you'll call that bell pepper. These are just great. I like them raw, I like them half cooked, I like them sauteed like this with onion and garlic. That's what we're going to put in now. There's also some garlic, all the way from Stu 3 from the Catlins. He sent me that. Oh man, my mouth is watering. Put that in the pan and give it a mix up. Keep it moving. Going to put in here some split cherry tomatoes, as much for colour as for flavour. Because look how that changes the whole look of it. A bit of red with the green. It's just pleasing to the eye, and it tastes good as well. On top of that, I've got some freshly cut ginger. You know that ginger and garlic always go together, those little bits. Make sure I get every bit, because if you're watching, you go, oh, I missed that bit there, and it'll be bugging the hell out of you. So get every piece in the pan. Did I leave anything else? Just a few seeds. No, that's it all. Stir in. The smell coming off that, folks, I can tell you, is to die for. That moving all the time. That's what I love about cooking with gas. You really get the heat up. You can even crank it a bit more. Now, I'm cooking on an old cheap camp oven from the warehouse. It is for camping. It's got 3 rings. So I had one I had for 12 years. This one here is just perfect. 3 rings. That one's got the mussel sitting on it. That one there's got my chopping board sitting on it. So it's a good area to work with. Right, leave that for a bit and come back to it. Onions starting to look almost translucent. I tell you, the smell coming off that's good. We're going to whack some spices in there. Now, if I had green curry, I'd be putting that in, but I've only got yellow curry. But I can tell you, green curry is really nice with this dish. I've done it once with yellow curry before. That's okay, it works fine. The green kind of goes better because I'm going to be smashing some coconut on that later on, and I always like the green with the coconut. Flavour going. I think we need some coriander. Now I have got fresh coriander outside, but I'm a lazy bugger, so I'm just going to stay inside and do this like that. Don't want to overpower it. The amount of garlic and onion in there, I think it's very hard to overpower it. Stir that in again. Oh, the smell! That is really starting to work now. That is really good. We're just about ready to put our coconut cream in. I've had this in the pan for probably 10 minutes. And everything's looking really good. Smelling really good. I don't like to overcook stuff, you know. People probably cook stuff more than me, but I don't like too much. And there's our cream. I'm not putting too much in. He says he smashes a whole lot in, but that's how much I want. Mix that in nicely. Oh, the smell coming off this. You've got to be here. You've got to be here. You're missing out on an amazing smell. Smell the ginger, the garlic. It's all coming together beautifully. Right, now we need something else in there. We need some lemon juice. Nothing beats freshly squeezed lemon. Now you could use lime on this as well. Lime would be fine. I've done it with lime. Today I'm using lemon just because I haven't got any limes. I had a lime tree, but the rats bloody killed it. They chewed down the cavity of the layer and it's dead. That is good. The quick taste test to see if I need to put any salt in there or not. I'll go grab a teaspoon and come back. This is actually not a teaspoon, it's a dessert spoon. Just going to try that and see how it tastes. Pour it off. Oh. We need a little bit of salt, and you know what? I'm going to smack a little bit of chilli in there. Bam! Pink Himalayan salt. It was probably about a quarter of a teaspoon, maybe half. That's what we need. Chilli. Not too much. Not too much, just sprinkling it over lightly. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm getting carried away, That'll be good. smells good. Let's stir that in. Righto. Now I'm going to drop heat now. I've stopped moving it. Bring the heat down. Put down low underneath here. And just a simmer. Very light simmer. Got it down. Final stir before we put our mussels in. And here's how we do it. Each mussel, still in its shell, goes like that on top. Another one inside. Mussels are cooling it down. Drop the temperature down. I'm going to get them all in there. Beautiful. Right, we're going to leave that for 5 minutes. Been going for about 3 minutes, and I'm going to drop that down even a little bit more. I won't get too rapid. Those flavours will all be infusing. And over here I've got some asparagus I've just put on, which will go nicely with that. This hat can go. This is the part of the day that I have been looking forward to all day. Sitting down and eating. Have a look at this. I've got some brie cheese, got some butter. That's going to go on top of my asparagus right now actually, and melt into that. And of course we've got the mussels. And Pace has got up because he thinks he's going to get some. And no, you're not, Pace. Let's try a mussel. I can tell you the smell is divine. So it's going to come off here in one hit. Ginger, garlic. You've got to try it. You've got to try this one, guys. You've got to try this recipe of mine. You are gonna love it. A little bit of chili coming through. The garlic, I mean, garlic and ginger have always been two great companions when you're cooking stuff, but really, I don't know what to say. So fresh and tender. Just absolutely divine. Really. It's amazing. It's exploding. These flavours are exploding in my mouth. I can taste them all mixing up together. The right amount of everything. The fact that I haven't eaten in over 24 hours is probably making me really appreciate this, but what a fantastic way to break my fast. Pace is having a drink. Anyway, I'm going to cheer into this. Good luck with your own harvesting of food. Gathering it, hunting it, trapping it, fishing for it, however you do it, you know, whatever it takes to get that fresh produce, whether you're growing it yourself, you're a farmer, a trapper. Pace, can you stop drinking while I'm just talking just for 1 minute, please? Come here, boy, come here. I shouldn't be encouraging him to come up when I'm at the table. Come here, just sit up here for a minute so we can say goodbye to everybody. Up here. Okay, you want to come up? That's cool. Stay down there. But however you're doing it, good luck with it, and I hope it's going really well for you. I think the best recipes that you'll ever make are the ones where you just go off your feelings, like I always do. Like this one here is slightly different version to what I've done in the past. And when I'm cooking and tasting, really important to taste. As soon as I feel something slightly missing, like today I thought, need a tiny little bit of chili. Even though the ginger's going to make it hot, the chili's just going to lift it and give it a little bit more heat. And it's a winner. Not too much coconut cream, just enough, and it's just superb. Anyway, good luck with whatever you're doing out there and getting your own tucker on the table, food. Be good, can't be good then, you know the rules. Be careful. See you later. It's a winner.